Thank you all for being here. Welcome. My name is Athena. I will be helping lead the service portion of our gathering this morning. A little bit about Sanctuary Church for those who may not have joined us before. Sanctuary is a 508c1a faith-based organization. We use psilocybin mushrooms as a sacrament to connect us to divinity. It is our sincere belief that the consumption of psilocybin-containing mushrooms is a communion, which brings us closer to what is commonly called God. We understand this concept as pure consciousness, which permeates all being. This pure consciousness is, we believe, the ineffable source of creation and the origin of health and well-being. Our faith in sacred mushrooms stems from prehistorical use by our ancestors and personal experiences of our modern members. It is our belief that psilocybin-containing mushrooms are one of the greatest sacraments that nature offers, raising our awareness so that we can access a direct connection to the source of life. We should not be mistaken for a medical or therapeutic organization. We encourage anyone facing trauma recovery or mental health issues to work in conjunction with a psychiatrist, psychologist, or accredited therapist. Our objective is to help and support you in reconnecting with the universal source of healing, your own divine spirit. As we get ready to begin today's service, we ask that you mute your mics if they are not muted already. We want to let you know this meeting is being recorded, which if you have questions about, feel free to reach out privately. A portion of this service, we will invite you to journal, so now's a good time to grab a notebook and pen if you'd like to participate in that. And please do, if possible for you, find a comfortable space where you can relax and be present for the service. The service portion of our gathering is around 30 minutes of silent participation on your part, during which time we'll begin with a short meditation. We'll read the poem which the church has adopted as our acknowledgement of oneness with all that is, titled A Litany of Gratitude, a reading from our rotating text, along with an opportunity to journal your thoughts around the reading, a reading from our main text, the Tao Te Ching, and after that, we'll bring the official service to a close, and from there, we'll move into an optional discussion period. We've allowed 90 minutes for this portion until noon Eastern, and do invite you to participate if you feel called. Welcome. Thank you for joining our sanctuary community and celebration. As we begin our statement of faith, we recognize that this statement does not exhaust the full extent of our faith. We believe that sacred mushrooms are a primary source of personal and divine revelation. We seek counsel from the mushroom to find direction and inspiration in our faith practice. And we believe that all individuals who seek true revelation from divinity can do so. I invite Julie to help us with our meditation this morning.
Good morning, everyone. I invite you to join me in a meditation on observing feelings. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes gently and take a few deep breaths to settle in. Now bring your attention to your body. Feel your skin and its boundaries. Feel the space inside your skin and the space surrounding it. Let go of any tension, just allowing your body to relax and settle. Notice whatever physical sensations you might be experiencing right now. The rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. The texture of your clothing against your skin. The air around you. Feel its weight of your body against the surfaces beneath you. As gravity pulls you to the earth. There might be some slight tensions or certain muscles, or a sense of heaviness or lightness in some parts of the body. Just notice everything that arises without judgment. Just accept whatever is there. Just let it be. Whenever we tune into the body, sometimes there are pleasant sensations. Sometimes there are unpleasant sensations, and most of them will be neutral. Just try to let them all come and go as they will. Just soak your attention into them. Let them be. Feel into them with a gentle curiosity and fascination. You may notice tingling or warmth. You may notice that some of the feelings in your body are emotional in nature. Treat them the same way, with a gentle curiosity and without any story about why that feeling might be arising. Just let it be and notice how it feels. Notice the intensity of the feeling. Notice the power of it. Just notice what it is right now. Bring some gratitude and appreciation for the body and for having feelings. Truly, they are gifts. Maybe greet them with an inner nod and smile, whatever they are. You can take this sense of appreciation for your body and feelings as you go about your day today. Take another deep breath or two, and whenever you're ready, open your eyes.
Thank you, Julie. Begin moving into our first reading. Oh, subtle sacrament. Sorry. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge those, our ministers going through our subtle sacrament program, sending them love, gratitude for creating a practice for themselves. We'll move into our litany of gratitude. I invite you to unmute your mics and join me when I say, we live in all things live in us. We live by the sun, we feel by the moon, we move by the stars.
We live in
all things.
all
Things living with us.
We eat from the earth, we drink from the rain, we breathe of the air. We live
in all things. All things living in us.
We call to each other, we listen to each other. Our hearts deepen with love and compassion. We live in all
things.
All things
Living with us.
We depend on the trees and animals. We depend on the earth. Our minds open with wisdom and insight. We
live
live
in
in
all
And all
things, all
all
things
things
live in
live in
us.
us, is living in us.
We dedicate our practice to others. We include all forms of life. We celebrate the joy of living and dying. We live in
live
all
in
All
things.
things,
All things live in us.
is living in us.
We are full of life. We are full of death. We are grateful for all beings and companions. Thank you, everyone. If you would please resume your mute. We'll now begin moving into our first reading. Invite Yaya.
The endeavor of science has undoubtedly led to vast improvements in human life, but the very success can mask its limitation and create a dangerous double-edged sword. If we look at our world, we see that the energy demands of accelerating technological growth have adversely shifted the delicate ecological balance of life on this planet. At the same time, our unconscious faith in science and the worldview it has created makes it all but impossible for us to even consider exploring other possibilities. In some ways, we have traded the unquestioned superstitious beliefs of the Middle Ages for a new set of equally unquestionable scientific assumptions about reality. The root cause of the problem can be understood by examining the difference between science and scientism. You can think of scientism as a form of scientific fundamentalism. It is the view that the conclusions of science tell us the undisputed truth. I lost myself, sorry. About reality. With the emergence of scientism, science becomes like religion and scientists like priests who are the ultimate authorities on what is true. Of course, the assumptions of scientism stand in direct contrast with the true spirit of science, which is a fundamental assertion of the scientific method that no theory has ever ultimately been proven true. All theories are considered provisional and will be continually tested through experimentation and either upheld or overthrown by a better theory. But that isn't necessarily how our society relates to science. Our culture is more wrapped up in scientism than we might realize. An example that is common in advertising is the phrase scientifically proven, which effectively means proven to be true.
Thank you. We'll now take 5 minutes to reflect on this reading. So if you have your journal and pen nearby, we invite you to, with these questions, to think about these questions. What are your thoughts on this idea of scientism? Do you accept as fact what is presented through media, particularly when it is backed by science? Is this even something that we should think about, or should we take on faith what comes to us from scientific institutions as fact? We'll come back together here in a few minutes.
Back up to the last slide.
So begin finishing up your thoughts. Begin moving into our next reading. The paradoxical nature of life and its mysteries are best experienced through the ineffable space we find in our communion with the mushroom. For more than 2,000 years, the Tao Te Ching has provided guidance and instruction for exploring the paradox of existence. It is for this reason that we employ the Tao Te Ching as our primary sacred text and invite all to study it further as you delve deeper into the mystery of life. I invite Connor to help us with our next reading.
This is Tao Te Ching, chapter 37. Tao never makes any ado, and yet it does everything. If a ruler can cling to it, all things will grow of themselves. When they have grown and tend to make a stir, it is time to keep them in their place by the aid of nameless primal simplicity, which alone can curb the desires of humans. When the desires of humans are curbed, there will be peace, and the world will settle down of its own accord.
Thank you. And as we begin closing out our service, I invite Amy for our announcements.
Hello, everybody. So this week we have 3 virtual workshops led by members for members only. Virtual workshops include this week, Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern, Internal Family Systems with Deborah. Thursday at 7:30 Eastern, Psilocybin and Sobriety with Christina and Honor. Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, Sanctuary Book Club with Susan. You can find all upcoming members workshops in the members only virtual events calendar in your member portal. If you're interested in leading a members only virtual workshop, please reach out for a link to our leadership application. And in late September, we'll be launching an 8-week virtual women's circle and subtle sacrament program for women who have been sanctuary members for 4 weeks or more. We come together for weekly virtual women's circles, touch base throughout the week in an online video chat room, and learn the fundamentals of Sanctuary's new and improved subtle sacrament communion practice with support from each other. Look for an email this week for more details and steps to apply. And mark your calendars for the Kentucky Mushroom Festival, October 6th through 8th, where Sanctuary will be a feature sponsor, with many of our members and ministers facilitating workshops and volunteering in our mushroom theme camp. Official Sanctuary members will receive 10% off tickets. See the member benefits section of the member portal for the discount code. In addition, for those myself and friends and family ministers who have been ordained, we will be hosting a special celebration where ministers will be coming together and imbibing with our sacrament together prior to the festival for just the cost of camping. We're also looking forward to the special opportunity to celebrate our community together. And this week in Kentucky, Sean Duvall will be leading our monthly men's circle this weekend from 6 to 8 p.m. in person at the Clifton Universalist Unitarian Church off Payne Street, off Frankfort Avenue. Men have been sitting in circles for millennia to challenge themselves to be better versions of themselves in their own unique way. This event is offered at no suggested cost for official sanctuary members and is a suggested $10 to $20 for non-members. Please visit our events calendar on our website to register. And that's it for this week.
Wonderful, thank you. Fundraising, James.
Hey folks, nothing huge on the fundraising front this week. I think we're continuing to push along and see great growth. I heard some things before the service that sounded very exciting, Eric. But all in the future. As with every week, fundraising growth are directly tied to each other. If you haven't already, there's a new episode of Psilocybin Says up. It's got about 40 views. So if everybody here went and took a look, it would double its view count, which would really help it with being driven to other people. We have a lot of people in this space that are making content as well. And I would encourage you all to post it in the Discord, let us know about it, tag Psanctuary and Psilocybin Says when you post something that you think is relevant or that you would like us associated with. In general, the more we can get the message out there and become a source of information and trust, the more we can do everything we want to do.
Awesome. Thank you, James. Membership with Stephen.
Good morning, everyone. We have 5 new members this week, representing 3 states. We have Pete from Florida, Greg from Kentucky, Ryan from Indiana, Jackie from Indiana, and Mark from Kentucky. So welcome, everybody.
Welcome. And if you have not yet looked into our 5-step membership onboarding process, you can find more information on our website at sanctuary.org. And with that, we've come together with intentions of service to the land and all its inhabitants. It is in our hearts to go forth into the world with the collective consciousness. We encourage you to stay for continued fellowship and conversation around our readings today. And for those unable to stay, we thank you for being with us. As we further our conversation, please remember that all perspectives are welcome as we search for the spiritual truth that unites us all. Much love to everyone today.